Hi everyone. Things which Meghan did which offended us, or rather offended the general public. This came about because somebody questioned in the Daily Mail comments, just tell me one thing that Meghan did which offended the public. And one person came up with many reasons, and then others started coming up with different things. I've been sent a list from several people of, in their opinion, the things which Meghan did which offended us. So here we go. There will probably be a part 2. Who knows, maybe even a part 3 if people keep coming up with these. So this is not an exhaustive list. So the first one, wearing a £75,000 engagement dress while announcing she was going to be taxpayer funded for the rest of her life. While the dress was a beautiful dress, and it was a special occasion, it did create a lot of controversy and criticism especially from the UK taxpayers. Announcing her pregnancy at EUGENIE'S wedding, well, that speaks for itself. She chose that day to tell several of the royal family members that she was pregnant. Refusing the Queen's doctors because they weren't female, which is sexist. Refusing to show baby Archie to the taxpayers who paid for him and his birth. Merching £500,000 worth of earrings, which is against the rules, in Fiji. Spending £1 million on her first year's wardrobe. I think it was actually more, but yeah. Kate's first year was £35,000. Inviting only one family member to her wedding, ostracising her own father because he was using the press exactly in the same way she was, ending her marriage by posting her rings to her then husband, dating Prince Harry while still with Corey, abandoning her dogs, spending £2.8 million of taxpayers' money on renovations, and then refusing to live in the UK, saying that she's surviving and not thriving in one of the poorest countries in Africa, hours after meeting victims of actual rape, lying about paying for her own education when she says in her blog that her dad paid, losing 12 staff in 12 months due to her behaviour, merching baby Archie in a paid H&M ad against the rules, after crying privacy, lying about her labour and delivery times, refusing to name the godparents, having a £500,000 baby shower and sending her used flowers to terminally ill children with suppressed immune systems who cannot be around fresh flowers, having multiple financial ties to the Clintons while claiming to be horrified at Prince Andrew, even though they both have Jeffrey Epstein connections, setting up her royal foundation as an LLC to draw a salary from, changing her historic engagement ring after less than a year of marriage because it wasn't bling enough, using the royal helicopter pilot to fetch her snacks like a delivery service, which resulted in him resigning from his job, laughing in a mosque and having her hair and arms largely uncovered in the mosque, appearing at public engagements dressed disrespectfully with visible sweat stains, dirty shoes and price tags showing, keeping many rows of seats empty at Wimbledon, leaving her young baby to go to the US Tennis Open and then leaving him to go to Italy, refusing to take Archie to Balmoral to see the Queen because it was too far, and then having no problem taking him to Africa, asking for voiceover work at a royal engagement at the Lion King premiere, openly promoting her friends' clothing lines, setting up Meghan's Mirror to sell items she's worn. The people at Meghan's Mirror have actually admitted that she is involved. Not showing baby Archie to his own grandfather. repeatedly refusing to follow royal protocol regarding clothing colours, no tights, no hat in the Queen's presence. She was told to wear blues and creams and whites to the christening photo. The men were in blue and the women were in white and cream. This was Prince Louis's christening, and Meghan turned up in a sludgy khaki green. Many times wearing no tights, no hat in the Queen's presence, and she was actually advised to wear a hat. She chose not to, and her hair was all over the place. Wearing jeans at Wimbledon. Shaming the public for wanting photos of her at tennis, and it actually turned out that they didn't want photos of her. It was a man taking a selfie. But calling the paparazzi for her so-called private appearances. Making political statements as a member of the royal family. Funding terrorists via the kitchen cookbook. Slapping the hand out of her way of the man who was trying to help her out of her wedding car. Slapping Harry's hand to make him hold her hand. Laughing at Harry and encouraging other women to laugh at him as she orders him around like she's the royal and he's not. Pushing a man out of the way so she can meet the dignitaries first. Pushing Harry out of the way so she can introduce herself first. Giving a young girl of colour at Wimbledon the evil eye rather than a genuine warm smile. Leaving her husband to face the last meeting before leaving the UK on his own by scurrying to the US, knowing how traumatic and emotional it would be for him. Holding Archie like a sack of potatoes in the hot sun without a hat at the polo match she rushed to attend after hearing Chelsea Davy was there, allegedly. Letting Archie dangle from an incorrectly worn sling in Vancouver Island while going for a bizarrely set-up walk with her two dogs and calling the paparazzi to photograph her doing it. Taking Archie away from all of his family and constantly moving him to wherever she was squatting or couch surfing at that time. Allowing Archie to be videoed for the whole world to see on his alleged first birthday wearing only a vest and a wet nappy. Expecting other countries to pay for exorbitant security costs when she shouldn't have been in those countries anyway. Throwing hot tea at staff in Australia on a royal tour, representing the UK, representing the Commonwealth, and supposedly supporting the Queen. Telling the Australian Governor-General to go F yourself after he tried to talk to Meghan about changes in her itinerary. Telling the Governor-General's wife to F off, and don't you know who I am, she asked, after Meghan was complaining about having to share at Admiralty House, as she thought that she and Harry would be staying there on their own, not realising that the Governor and his wife live there most of the time. Giving her and Harry's leftover cupcakes to the children in Australia rather than buying them their own. Kissing her own hand, or her own thumb, while pretending to kiss the child's hand that she was holding. Arguing with Her Majesty over the use of the word royal. Telling Her Majesty to drop dead and that we are more important than you, allegedly. So those were the 50 and maybe 50 plus ways that Meghan offended the general public. There are more, and send them to me if you have any, and I'll make a part 2. So I felt I had to put the positives as well, and I have made a note of the positives that have been in the comment. I won't put the obviously sickly sweet ones, which don't make any sense. Here are all the ones that I've been sent, actually, or the ones I've been given and the ones I've seen. Here we go. And there are actually only 10 of them, so if you have any, send them to me. Right, the times Meghan has impressed us, or some of us. Gave Her Majesty a funny and thoughtful gift of a talking chipmunk for Christmas. Made Her Majesty laugh frequently. The Queen seems to laugh at Meghan's jokes, allegedly. Or she did back then. Appeared to make Prince Harry happy. Eagerness at the start to learn the ropes regarding the royal protocol. Followed her husband's lead at the start. Said she wanted to hit the ground running, which encouraged and excited a lot of people. Very warm and friendly upon meeting people. She planned to do good works within the royal family, and she was supporting the Moss Kitchen and creating a cookery book. 10, helping Harry improve his health. So don't shoot me, I'm only the messenger here. So those were the 10 positives. If you have any either positives or negatives, just send them to me and I'll make a second video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't already, please subscribe, ding my bell for more alerts, like if you like the video, and share. Bye.